Well, good morning. Here we are, Saturday morning. Kind of a miserable day in Washington. Mid-autumn day when what else but we've got rain. And that's very typical this time of year. Having rain, and it just causes real havoc when it comes to the vegetable garden, because especially tomatoes, when it's cooler temperatures like this and so much rain, tomatoes will just rot on the vine. They don't, from typically mid to late September, tomatoes are all finished. I'll give you a quick example of a tomato that's just trying to make it, struggling along here late autumn. You can see how the plant is just beginning to be affected by the cold weathers. The fruit begins to rot. There's a rot spot. Just not very happy. Oh, look at this critter. Slugs still can survive, and they make havoc of this kind of weather. Spoil your tomatoes. Get that little bugger off there and do away with him. But the point being that what are we going to do about extending the growing season when things are so wet for tomatoes and enjoying them? And we talked about this idea of a dining room kitchen, a dining room garden as opposed to a kitchen garden. What we've got going right here is a very simple design. Easy wood structure to make a temporary greenhouse off the south side. Just inside there is the dining room window, and that gives access to this garden that will continue to grow well into November. Even though it may freeze out here in the beautiful garden, stopping all the growth of plants and vegetables, that freeze will not affect this garden, just because of the warmth that it will collect during the day from the sun and warmer climate. So take a look in here. What's going on? We've got a variety of cherry tomatoes. These are early girls, gold. And here we've got some beefsteak tomatoes. This, remember, is October 21st. And these tomatoes are still ripening on the vine, doing a great job, just waiting to jump on a plate or between a hamburger. And look at this combination of cherry tomatoes that are just both, here's the teardrop goldens and the number of variety of the red cherry tomatoes, all growing in this micro environment. Outside, what do we've got? Outside our dining room window. Well, how do we accomplish this so late in the year? Well, we use we started with a design we call the global bucket. This is just a couple 5-gallon buckets with a water hose that goes from the top one into the chamber at the bottom, where you can pour your water and feed the roots of the system with organic soil with a lot of fiber in that soil to wick up water from the base. Also worm casts. A number of holes are drilled into the bottom of the top bucket so that the roots and the water can wick up. And we went from that design of a single plant to a double plant, double bin concept, where these are just inexpensive bins that you can get for less than $4. And the top one, again, has the pipe in which you feed the water to the bottom of the plant so it wicks it up. The roots can draw it up as they need it. You can keep it easily, you can conserve your water and keep it easily tapped off each day or every other or every third day, and plenty of water to keep these plants healthy right through the growing season. These have been growing in these bins since April and have been producing since July, and it's now, as I said, 4 months later, still continuing to supply plenty of of tomatoes for our salads and just the pleasure of eating. And I suppose in a couple of months these will be all finished. Well, definitely within about a month, but where most gardens are long finished, these continue to produce beautiful tomatoes. And so I expect you've enjoyed this tour. We'll look forward to the next episode of maybe growing other kinds of plants just outside the dining room window. God bless you. Bye-bye.